All right. Welcome back, everyone. Episode 45 of White Claw Wednesdays. Back in the study.
Oh, gotta grab a claw. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. We got tan. Oh, no, wait, mango.
I'm hitting a watermelon today.
Nice. Oh,
Ooh, dude.
I got a little splash. Just a little splash zone.
Cheers up.
Shamu, cheers. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's refreshing today.
Wow. Gotta love Wednesdays.
Okay, so, yeah, totally.
All right, so nothing much has happened in my life over the past week, but
Dude, Katy Perry debuted a blonde ponytail.
is that a big deal?
It is. It is. I saw it on Daily Mail Snapchat.
Wow.
It's like, damn,
It's on
dude.
Daily Mail.
I was like,
It's true.
I was like, oh, my God, dude.
Isn't that crazy that people
First
freak
ever
out about it?
hairstyle. First ever time she's had like a blonde ponytail. Very cool.
I can't tell if
for
you're
her.
kidding or not. I don't know.
Good
It's
for
just-
her.
I don't
Good
get
for
it.
her. Good for her. You know what else is good?
Wait, were you being sarcastic?
I'm just sharing news.
Oh.
I'm just out here giving news. I don't judge it.
All right.
Speaking of news, my favorite NBA team, the Phoenix Suns.
I was going to bring this up too.
We traded for Chris Paul. We got rid of 4 of our players. One of them being actually a pretty good player, Kelly Oubre.
And Ricky Rubio.
And Ricky. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ricky. 2 of
I think Kelly Oubre is better though.
So actually 2 of the 4 guys we got rid of were good. But we got Chris Paul, who's 35, and who's really good, and who usually will bring a team to the playoffs. You know, if he's on a team, they're going to be in the playoffs. That's been the recent trend in the last 10 years of his career or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that he'll be enough to get us to the playoffs, but I'm really wondering, does he want to be in Phoenix?
No.
Jeez, Ryan, God.
What do you want to be in Phoenix?
Why do you have to be so rude, Ryan?
Well, it's not that he doesn't want to be in Phoenix. It's just the fact that he can't find, like, he's not a franchise player for anyone anymore, you know? He was in Houston. Where was he at before Houston?
The Clippers. He started out.
Okay, he was a franchise player at the Clippers.
Well, he was like the guy of
The
New
guy.
Orleans Hornets, like when he first started in the NBA.
Okay.
The New Orleans Hornets, not a great name, but they're now the New Orleans Pelicans, still not a great name. So he started out as a Hornet, and then he went to the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Had his longest tenure as a Clipper, with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, he was going to go to the Lakers.
He was supposed to go to Lakers before the Clippers, and David Stern, the former NBA commissioner,
Not the alien.
not the alien-looking guy, Adam Silver. That's true. Who's the current commissioner? But the commissioner
Mhm.
before him, David Stern, who
Mhm.
is now dead. Yeah. Rest in peace to David Stern. He was a great commissioner. I didn't mean to say it like that. I was gonna say rest in peace. Rest in peace.
What a start.
I have no bad blood against David Stern. Okay, I'm not
Why
a Lakers
did you
fan.
say it like that?
I'm not a Lakers
dude?
fan. He didn't keep Chris Paul.
Rip,
He
dude.
didn't-
Rest in
he
peace,
didn't-
David Stern. I'm
he-
sorry.
he didn't-
Frank is so insensitive.
He didn't keep Chris Paul from my team or anything. Now Chris Paul is about to join my team, so it's like, okay, cool. I don't know, Ryan. I think it remains to be seen. I think Chris Paul might want to be in Phoenix. I don't know. Maybe he likes Devin Booker.
Well, I think that maybe he does.
Yeah.
Maybe he sees something there.
Yeah, maybe.
I just don't.
But I am worried. You're right.
It's not a long-term thing. It's a 2-year contract, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Or they bought out. Did Phoenix Suns buy out the contract? They have to do that, right? You can't
Yeah.
renegotiate terms, can
Yeah,
you?
I think it's whatever because it's a trade. So they get rid of 4 players in it. The Suns get rid of 4 players in a 2022 draft pick.
You're basically purchasing the contracts already on the books for the Suns,
You're
and vice versa.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. So I don't know. I think Chris Paul signed a 2-year deal with the Thunder, so he
Oh, maybe it's a 1 year then.
maybe just has 1 year in Phoenix. I don't know. All I know is it's either going to make us make the playoffs or either going to be as shitty as always. Because, if he's either looking at
What
this.
if you guys finish 9th in the Western Conference?
That would be tough.
Oh man, that would be
one
some
spot
tough
away.
days.
But I think that there's a chance he looks at this as his last opportunity to win a championship. Even though I know a lot of people probably think they have no shot in the West because the West is super good.
Yeah.
But he could look at it as an optimist and look at it that way. Or he could look at it as like, damn, my career has gone to die in Phoenix. And he just kind of he cruises. But I don't think Chris Paul's a cruiser.
No, he won't cruise. There's no way.
And that's why I think we'll make the playoffs. And that's why I am generally excited for it, because I always see him play hard. And with his 1 year with the Thunder, just this last season, he brought them to the playoffs, and they weren't expected to make the playoffs. So that's a prime example of, him being a difference maker.
Well, people were counting out OKC the moment that trade happened.
Oh yeah,
they didn't think they were going to make the playoffs at all. In fact, there's this picture going around right now where ESPN gave OKC a 0.2% chance to make playoffs.
Yeah. That's the stat that I was
which is
thinking
like
of,
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they get? They got 6th seed or 5th seed or something like that. And they took they took Rockets to Game 7.
True.
Which was ironically Chris's old
team that he just came from.
He got traded from.
And interestingly enough, the Rockets are now falling apart.
They are.
Russell Westbrook and James Harden don't want to play together. James Harden just turned down like
like the richest contract ever or something like that.
Well, not the richest,
most
contract
wealthiest,
ever, but it was like a 2-year fat deal.
It was a 2-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah, it was like 2-year
in Texas.
Yeah,
he's getting a lot of that.
There's something about less taxes in Texas that I can't remember who was mentioning. I think Stephen A. Smith was talking about.
Well, there's not as much income tax there.
Yeah, Houston's lack of income tax.
So that's a lot of money.
So yeah, he turned that down, and apparently he's pretty much just like, yeah, I really want you to send me to the Brooklyn Nets.
That's what he's pushing for.
Because he really wants to play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who are.
That team would be stacked, though.
That would be stacked.
I don't think they would win.
I don't know if that could work though.
I don't know if it could either.
It's like all Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. They all like really want like the ball in their hands for the majority of the.
They all want to be the main guy. I think.
Yeah, they want. They all want to be taking the last shot.
Exactly.
It's like 3 dudes on the court taking.
And who do you pick?
Exactly. And that's
as a coach, who do you pick?
And that's what's funny about him is they could, if James Harden went to the team, they'd all be in the starting 5 together because they all play different positions. James Harden shooting guard, Kyrie point guard, Kevin Durant either forward position, small or big, just forward. He can even play center. But my point is, they're all going to be playing at the same time, and it's either going to happen. It's either going to be like, like unstoppable, or it's just going to be like, wow, you should be embarrassed that you have this, riches of talent, and you're not succeeding. It's like an immediate, like everybody's gonna. If James Harden goes to that team, everyone's gonna immediately say, the Nets are a lock for the championship.
I don't think so. I could be drastically wrong.
I'm saying a lock to make the championship.
Lock for the finals.
Like to represent the East in the finals.
Yeah.
Not necessarily win the championship, even though a lot of people are going to jump to that conclusion.
I'm thinking, as the coach of that, right?
Which is Steve Nash.
That's right.
First year head coach.
That's right.
Yeah, first year ever head coach.
I don't know how you would manage those 3 big heads.
Exactly.
I mean, it's got to be so hard to manage 2 of them.
Yeah.
When there's, you could even have a big and like a shooter, like the Suns, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's probably hard to manage that.
Yeah.
So now imagine you got 3 star players,
exactly,
all who can shoot,
and they're
and make plays.
They're all like when Dwayne Wade and LeBron and Chris Bosh all got together. It's a different kind of. There's different types of super teams. I think this would be the first super team where every single guy who's like the superstar on the team, each superstar on the team, is the alpha in a way. They all want the last shot, and that's gonna, I think, lead to some drama. And I don't think it's gonna go as well as people think.
I do think that one person will always be going off. Like there won't be a game where someone's like all 3 of those guys are having a bad game, Yeah. So
that's true.
I think they'll carry themselves far, but you still need to mesh as a team to win the championship, And do I see it? I don't know. I don't think I do. But yeah, I mean, You think that Chris Paul would help you guys?
Oh yeah, dude, he's gonna make a difference. I think we're gonna be in the top.
Here's what
I think we're gonna be potentially the sixth seed.
sixth seed.
Sixth
I think that's a safe bet.
Fifth or sixth seed in the playoffs.
I think people are expecting the same thing that he just did at OKC. You know, and it might not just be all, his doing. Could be the coach. Could be the young generation coming in or whatever. But everyone's expecting that exact same thing to happen in Phoenix, and I don't know. I don't know if it will or it won't, but what you can expect is a good locker room presence, someone who's got the experience, and he's good.
Yeah,
he's really good still. Yeah. So, before I feel like it was Devin Booker, and he's the leader of the team, but he's like 24. What is he, like 24, 25?
Yeah, 24, 25 right now, yeah.
So you just command a different amount of respect when you've been in the league for that long, and when you've been playing at a top tier, for as long as he has. So, I think it's a good move. I do.
Yeah, I heard rumors about it a week or two before it happened, and then when it happened, I was like, oh damn! It just pleasant surprise.
And now the Thunder has like, I think it's 8 or 9 first-round picks in the next 6 years or something. It's something crazy like that.
Yeah, they do, because they also gave Dennis Schroeder to the Lakers.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and they got Danny Green.
They did get Danny Green.
They got Danny Green. They probably got a pick too for Dennis Schroeder too. So, yeah, they're gonna have some future.
Dennis Schroeder was what position?
He was he kind of was pretty much like.
Didn't he bounce in at point guard sometimes?
Yeah, he would sometimes play point guard. Like him and Chris Paul would play at the same time, but they would both sort of be point guard. They would kind of like switch off being point guard, and sometimes one would be in for on his own and be playing point guard, and then vice versa, or they'd both be in sharing point guard. But yeah, he's definitely like he's a lot. He reminds me of Russell Westbrook in terms of his speed, and his ability, drive and kick out. So I think he will be a good addition to the Lakers, and I think he's a good choice. I think it's smart to get rid of Danny Green.
I think so too,
and to get him,
especially after he missed that shot. I mean, come on.
not only that, but like I just think you have enough players who can shoot on the Lakers right now, who can like knock down. I mean, I guess just Anthony Davis and LeBron.
I think they're banking on Kyle Kuzma having a good season again, because when Kyle Kuzma was at his best last season, or not last season, I guess 2 seasons ago now.
Yeah.
He was a shooter, man. He could shoot and he could pull up on some twos.
Yeah. No.
So
I mean, yeah, when he's
he had a bad season.
Yeah, when he's on, he's doing good. But no, I just think it would be good to have kind of a backup for Rondo in a sense, because if you're bringing Rondo back, then you want another point guard too.
Are they bringing Rondo back?
I mean, I think they're gonna try to, even though I heard that the Clippers are gonna try to get him.
I mean, he's been on a 1 year since. Yeah, for like 3 seasons now.
Yeah, he's been on 1 year.
They keep extending it.
So I think with Rondo, it's either. I think he sees himself winning another championship with Lakers, more possible, like a better chance than with the Clippers. But it could come down to money. Who offers him the most money, and I think the Clippers might be able to offer him more money. So
damn.
Yeah.
How do the Clips have so much money?
Well, they're. I don't know technically.
Where do they get it at?
But I mean, Steve Ballmer, their owner, is a multi-billionaire. So.
But isn't there like rules against that?
About him just like using his own money.
Like you can't just start flushing money in, right? Can you?
I don't think it even. Like,
there has to be. Like, you have to balance the books.
Multi-billionaire doesn't actually mean anything, because you got to pay your. I don't know.
There's got to be something, right? Like you can't just like.
I don't know how they have so much money.
I'm like, who's a fan of the Clippers? Like. I know one fan.
Yeah.
One Clippers fan. That's it.
Oh.
My friend, Steven Robles.
Okay. Well,
shout out.
Well, Pete's a fan too.
Oh, Pete?
Yeah. So there's 2.
Weirdos.
I know, man.
Being a Clippers fan is probably worse than being a Suns fan. I mean, can we just agree on that?
I would agree with you only on the fact that our colors are so much better. I'm not a big fan of the red, white, and blue. I'm not like, when it comes to red, white, and blue, if it's not the American flag, I'm not even like I don't know, like the American flag, been there, done that. Like they took that. Like they claimed that I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just not as.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Not worse than the Nets, though. God, the Nets stadium. Have you seen the court?
The Brooklyn Nets?
The Nets, yeah. Have you seen their court? Oh, well, you definitely have.
Yeah,
it's like just gray.
Oh, okay.
It sucks.
You're talking. I don't mind the whole.
Oh my God. I can't stand it. I don't even want to watch the game. Like, that's how bad it is.
The only thing that bums me about the Brooklyn Nets is the fact that they kind of took away the New Jersey Nets. Because I like that there was a team called,
in Jersey.
Well, yeah, it was cool that there was a team in Jersey, and I've actually been to the stadium where they played, and it's a nice stadium, and it's a nice area in New Jersey, and I just think it would have been cool to, have New Jersey Nets.
Is there more money?
You already got the New York Knicks, so you don't really need another New York team. But
is there more money in Brooklyn than there is in Jersey?
I think so. I'm pretty sure now Brooklyn is for the last 10 or so years, Brooklyn has become a upscale place to live, like a fancy place to live.
Because I went over the Brooklyn Bridge and it didn't seem very, very nice. But they were building. I mean, they were building a lot. So there's definitely money there. But
that's what I mean. I don't know if it's still in the up and coming phase or if it's up and come now.
Yeah.
Drop the ing. I don't know. But I do know that one of the reasons why the team was moved from New Jersey to Brooklyn was because this Russian billionaire has the team now, and he's like, oh, and
gotta be in New York.
Someone told him Brooklyn's the next hot spot of New York, like it's like the sequel to Manhattan or whatever. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna give a crazy prediction.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready.
Steph Curry, 2021 MVP.
Steph Curry, 2021 MVP.
Could you see it?
Oh yeah, dude, I could see it. I could see the Warriors winning the championship again.
You really could?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would win.
They're about to draft center, most likely. Slipping on his name right now, but he's 7'1" and he's very athletic and he's good.
Wait, did the draft picks already come out? Not the picks, but the order. They're doing like the lottery order or whatever they're doing.
Oh yeah. The Warriors have the number 2 pick.
They have the number 2?
Yeah, they have the number 2 pick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's most likely they're gonna get this really tall guy who I'm definitely gonna look up his name, but he's 7'1" and he's projected to go to them for number 2, and I think he's gonna be the completion. Like he's gonna complete the puzzle to the team again. He's gonna be like, because he looks like he has the potential to be the replacement of Kevin Durant in a way.
Oh, he's not a center.
Well, he is a center, but I'm talking about the way I've seen him play in his highlights.
Okay.
And that he's not restricted to just being under the basket. It looks like he has some handles, and he's athletic enough to move up and down the court. Like he's very tall, and he's tall and skinny.
I see.
Yeah.
So who has the number 1 pick? Is it Milwaukee? I mean, not Milwaukee.
James Wiseman. That's who it is. James Wiseman. Yeah.
Who has the number 1 pick?
The Timberwolves do.
Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Are they gonna choose LaMelo or whatever?
Does Memphis have LaMelo is projected to be 1, 2, or 3. It's not.
That's crazy.
It's not too. No, nobody's really that sure about it. Yeah. So this James Wiseman guy, played college basketball for the Memphis Tigers. 7'1", 247. Yeah, and position center. I mean, he might go number 1, so the Warriors might not get him. But if who has the number 1 pick? I gotta look that up.
What if LaMelo Ball?
Yeah, I think the Warriors will be really good if they get James Wiseman.
What if LaMelo Ball goes first season, rookie season?
It is the Timberwolves that has the number 1
Timberwolves.
pick, yeah.
LaMelo Ball does better than Lonzo rookie season.
Oh, I bet, dude.
Maybe another hard prediction right now.
Dude, I bet that LaMelo Ball is actually really good in the NBA.
You think so?
I think so, because I think he has the perfect recipe for success in terms of dealing with his crazy dad. Because he's the youngest brother,
mm-hmm.
and his oldest brother already made the NBA, and his middle brother already screwed up in the public eye by stealing stuff in China when he was over there for a UCLA basketball game.
That was
pretty
stupid.
much getting he got like suspended for I can't remember how many games, but then he just quit. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
So you kind of have, and then you have Lonzo being the number 1 pick and not really shaping out to being like the number 1 pick.
He's not
last few years.
amazing. I mean, he's a good player, but he's not amazing.
But he doesn't feel like he was the number 1 pick.
Right. Right.
So you just sort of have that taken off pressure from you, and then you have the fact that everybody's sort of tired of your dad. You know, your dad's sort of come and he's gone. It's a lot like what we're seeing with like Lil Pump and Tekashi. You know, they'll have their just reign of terror in a way.
It's a good way of describing
where it just feels like it's like, man, like I don't even follow these guys, but why am I seeing and hearing everything?
Always,
you know? Like,
always.
It's hot for a second, and then you go away. And I think that is what has happened with LeVar, the dad, and LaMelo signing a deal with Puma.
Mm-hmm.
And doing his own thing professionally, and I'm pretty sure getting his own agent and all this stuff. I think he's pretty much separated himself from his dad now. So I think he's at the right opportunity to have a great NBA career because he is really tall and he can dribble and he can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to be way better than Lonzo.
I wonder if his dad or their dad finally realized, like, okay, maybe I'm not the best for them. Because I feel like at first it was like, oh, I got a big head. Mm-hmm. I'm the best. He would say stupid shit like I'm better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, like I could beat him one-on-one.
Yeah. And then, like, dude, you didn't even make the documentary. Like, please. And
where was that one-on-one game in The Last Dance?
Or how like I would expect him to like mention it. Like, hey, what would you do? Would you think you could beat him? Like, he didn't even get that. Because nobody cares everyone
anymore.
knows.
Yeah, it's just like it's just some. Just the dad from Chino Hills. Like it's like, and I really think he saw his sons as an opportunity to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he just, I get it too. Like I totally get where he comes from. If I had 3 sons, they were all really good at basketball. Our last name was Ball. There were 3 of them. I'd think, oh wait, 3 B's, big baller brand.
Yeah.
I would pretty much go into my, supply closet and take out a light bulb and put it over my head.
There you go.
And say ding. And then get to work.
And he's making a ton of money.
So
is BBB is it still a thing, Big Baller Brand? It's definitely still a thing, but.
It's definitely still a thing, but
is it big?
Along with LeVar, it's kind of dropped off our radars. It's dropped off our radars. And he got his time on these talk shows, like these ESPN sports shows. And he was... So it's just his 15 minutes of fame is over in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's fine. He overpriced his Big Baller Brand stuff so much to begin with. He probably made a profit off it. I assume.
Really?
Yeah, I assume. Unless nobody bought it, I don't know.
Well,
maybe if you overprice something, nobody buys it, then you don't make a profit. But I don't know. Maybe people did buy it.
Oh, people definitely bought it.
And he had that like Facebook reality show, like the Ball Family.
Is that not a thing
anymore? I don't know if that's still going. Maybe that's still going, but he's doing fine. But in terms of the mainstream, road of things coming into our eyes that we're just consuming that we can't really help consume, he's not really there anymore.
They had that big controversy when I don't know, whoever was like handling the finances for the family, like they had like a financial advisor or whatever. The guy like stole money from Lonzo. Do you remember that?
I did hear about that, yeah.
It was like a big deal, and Lonzo left Big Baller Brand.
Yes.
And to do his own thing.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just like, whoa.
And I think that's like
toxic.
That's what led LaMelo to leaving too.
Yeah.
I would assume is him realizing, I should just do my own thing. Like now that and he turns 18, he's like, okay, now I'm doing my own thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
God, it must suck to be LiAngelo.
Oh yeah.
Gotta be so tough.
Well, I
feel bad for the guy. He's doing fine. But like, it's gotta be tough.
Yeah, because it's like that's
you didn't do it.
It feels like
you didn't make it, man.
It just feels like
sucks.
He's sort of like, in a way, the definition of the middle child. I'm not a middle child. I only have one older sibling, but
same.
Same. Yeah, exactly. So it's like we don't know, but there's that cliche that the middle child is like the one that nobody cares about and nobody really pays attention to and is unloved and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hence, when all three boys become adults, he's the only one who doesn't make the NBA.
That sucks, dude.
That's tough, dude. That's tough.
Damn.
It's
no wonder he stole.
Yeah, no wonder he stole. Yeah, he's like, I gotta be remembered for something, man. Let's grab these things.
Gotta make headlines.
Yeah. Speaking about making headlines, dude,
Huh.
Lil Pump. Did you hear about him endorsing Trump right before?
Oh
the
my
election?
God, yeah.
Dude, that's and then
It's because the tax plan that came out.
Yeah, but it's also really funny because he's not a registered voter.
Really?
Yeah, and that information came out very shortly after he made the public appearance at the rally.
And then he showed up, and
then
Trump's
Trump
like,
calls him Lil Pimp.
Lil Pimp.
and then he's taking photos with Don Jr. and everybody.
Yeah.
He's got the "Make America Great Again" 45 hat on.
He was just doing that to fuck around, though. Like everyone else took it seriously.
I mean, it's just it's so funny to me that.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love it, honestly. Like I liked it.
It just felt so. You know when you're surprised by something and then you're not surprised all at the same time?
Yeah, you're surprised at first, and you're like,
no. You're like, this makes total sense.
I can see this happening.
Trump
Trump was up there, and he's like, have you heard of this guy? Does anyone know him? Lil Pimp? Lil Pimp? He's got great music. I love his sound. I love his sound.
I love his sound.
You do not stop it. Like, come on. And everyone in the background's like, no,
yeah.
I don't know who that is. Like they're asking each other.
The funny,
Lil Pimp?
what's so funny about it is I really think Lil Pump did. He did it for the clout.
Definitely clout chasing.
And
1,000%.
But I think it would have been better to come out and support Joe Biden.
Okay.
From the sake of like clout chasing.
Oh, for clout, yeah.
Okay, he's not a registered voter. Probably doesn't pay much attention to politics. So if he's gonna come out and do something like show up at a rally or endorse someone, I just think it would have been smarter to endorse Biden.
I mean, if he wants more like views and clicks, probably because his demographic probably supports Biden.
That's what I was thinking.
But I think for money, I think he would. He's trying to.
Do you think he got paid to show up to that rally?
No, but he did that because of Biden's new tax plan that was proposed.
Oh yeah,
and in that tax plan, he would be taxed like, he'd be taxed a shit ton, crazy amount. So
yeah.
But because he makes a shit ton,
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah. I think.
That's why.
Yeah, I mean, you think of the racism and the misogyny that Trump is, kind of associated with.
Yes, for sure.
And that's what I think is why it's dumb for him to like endorse Trump.
Yeah, I don't think he's involved that much.
I know, but it's like, dude, Lil Pump, like everybody like already thinks you're like some ignorant, stupid idiot.
Yep.
I mean, and it's like it would have been just more of like that's like it would have been like like more of an intriguing like okay.
If he did Biden,
because it's like, you're listening to his like music that's obnoxious and loud and just him screaming or whatever, like the same two words over and over again.
Yeah.
You listen to that now and you're like, this guy, he cares about people though. You know what I mean? Like he cares. Like
deep down, he knows what he's doing.
He has a heart. Like, did you know he supported Biden? Did you know? But it's like, he takes that away completely, and now it's like, wait, why? There's nothing to like about this guy now.
No, I mean, I found it hard to like him in the first place.
Yeah, no.
He's got like one or two good features, and that's pushing it. You have to have like
when he has like you're talking about him getting good artists on his song.
No. Him being featured.
You're talking about you've heard him on a song and you've enjoyed it?
Yes.
That's interesting. See, the only experience I've had, I saw Lil Pump live in 2018, which was actually, I would say, the peak of his stardom.
He was getting big.
Was 2018.
Because he was like 17 and everyone was like hyped up on him.
So I saw him in 2018 and it was a wild show, like one of those mosh pits where I have no control over my body.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a sea of people and sweat and dirt, and I'm just moving in it.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking it.
Sounds so fun.
And it was really fun. It was really, really fun. And besides that, I'm like, dude, I don't need it, man.
Yeah.
Like I got the experience, and I never need it again.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of his music, to be honest. But people are. So
yeah,
can't hate on it.
And I think,
you can hate on him endorsing Trump,
I feel
though.
like everybody who likes his music was too young to vote anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because if you like Lil Pump,
majority
likely,
of it,
most
probably.
likely you're young.
You're super young, and you trying to get into the rap game.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is the cool shit.
This is the cool shit. Yeah, dude, I just thought.
I wonder if that's actually how it is. Because when we were younger,
mm-hmm.
talking about high school and stuff, but I didn't really get into rap until high school. And even then, I wasn't into rap.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm not into rap, but we're like big into it.
Mm-hmm.
We listened to like Jeezy.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to like Eminem growing up too, but
dude, I mean,
that was it.
Eminem is like every white guy's first rapper, pretty much.
And then college came around,
uh-huh.
and then it was like the Migos was like big.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember it was like a Rush event or something like that. Like, dude, they were slapping Migos, like songs that like weren't even popular, And I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, dude, Migos are.
That was in Hayward though, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fire to me, dude.
You like the Migos?
I do like the Migos.
Personally, I've grown out of it.
I do like the Migos.
They've got some good songs though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I just I like. Sometimes when you've done stuff like Bad and Bougie, or you've done stuff like the BET, was it the BET? I can't remember what event.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
I'm talking about when Quavo and when the Migos wanted to fight Joe Budden and DJ Academics.
Nope.
Dude, you never saw that?
Nope.
Okay. Takeoff's.
I was studying, Frank. Okay, like a good Christian boy.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind there?
I think you know what I'm about to mention, and it's the fact that
I don't.
On the red carpet, the Migos were being interviewed.
Okay.
And they were asked why Takeoff was left off Bad and Bougie.
Was he really? I didn't even know this.
Yeah, you know their biggest song, Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I can't even picture Takeoff.
Takeoff's the one that looks like Quavo. Offset doesn't look like Quavo or Takeoff, but Quavo and Takeoff look like each other.
You see,
They
I
look
can
like
picture
brothers.
Quavo, and I can picture Offset, but I
Okay.
can't picture Takeoff.
Just imagine another Quavo.
And in fact, if you asked me before this is so sad. Takeoff's like the Leangelo of the Migos.
Well,
I'm roasting people right now. I feel so bad.
Okay, I just want to defend Takeoff real quick, because if you're not a fan of the Migos, if you're just some outside viewer,
No, don't let him do this right now.
I am doing this. If
No.
you're just some bare minimum Migos fan, like you know just like the bare minimum about the Migos, like the Migos because like Offset is married to Cardi B, and because Quavo is a really big artist on his own.
But that's like 99%
Then you would
of
think
people.
of Takeoff as no, that's not. No. Then you would think of Takeoff as Leangelo, but Takeoff is not Leangelo. Takeoff is just as good as Quavo and Offset. He
made it. He made it because he made some songs.
He has a solo album just like the other two.
Never heard of it.
It's okay, Ryan.
Now I'm being an asshole. Okay, we can carry on. I was just messing around.
I just they've all released a solo album. They all have a solo album.
So who do you think's better?
I think they're all
the best.
If I had to pick one, who was the best?
If you had to pick one to listen,
Takeoff's the best.
Takeoff's the best.
Takeoff's the best. And I say Takeoff's the best.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because he has the best. I like to listen to him. They all have a similar flow. They all have a similar style, but Takeoff's delivery keeps it fresh for me.
So why was he left off of Bad and Bougie?
They didn't answer, and that's what's great about that interview question, is that they get asked the question, and Takeoff's like, "I wasn't left off Bad and Bougie. I wasn't left off Bad and Bougie," and then you ask me again, like, you're like confused, and I just keep saying, "I wasn't left off Bad and Bougie."
Was he left off of Bad and Bougie?
He was left off Bad and Bougie, but it was just, I can't even describe.
Maybe they just released it without his.
And then they all stood up and they wanted to fight. I can't really.
What?
Yeah, It's hard for me to. For those of you who know what video I'm talking about, it's a very you would recognize it. They're all in these like designer floral silk collared shirts.
Okay.
The Migos are. And
yeah, low-key, I remember
being
that.
interviewed by the three people from the former Complex show on the internet, Everyday Struggle. Joe Budden, DJ Academics, and can't remember the third woman. But yeah, DJ Academics is the one who asked the question. He's like, "Why Takeoff? Why was Takeoff left off Bad and Bougie?" And then Takeoff like won't answer the question. He's only answering. It kind of reminded me of "I'm Just Here So I Won't Get Fined" with Marshawn Lynch. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
Where Marshawn Lynch answered every single question.
Frank, put this right here, dude.
Marshawn Lynch
twist it.
Answered every single question with "I'm just here so I won't get fined" in a Super Bowl press conference. It reminded me of that because Takeoff just kept saying the same thing, like, "Oh, I wasn't left out of Bad and Bougie. I wasn't left out of Bad and Bougie." And then I can't remember what sparks the anger, but they just all get up and like drop their mics and are pretty much, they're squaring up.
Really?
They're like, "What's up?" And
that's
then
awesome.
Nadeska, I think that's her name, Nadeska. She kind of breaks it up and like calls security over and like gets people to separate it. But they were ready to throw down.
What the hell?
Yeah,
dude, that reminds me of
if you it's just one of those things you would recognize the video if you saw it.
Okay,
the
only interview that I remember that I can picture actually is the Migos. They're on like Fox News or something like that. And it's just like, it's the white guy with like the super rectangular face and he's got the black hair and he's asking them questions. And they're talking about weed or something like that. And they're like, I just smoke dank. Or they say something like crazy like that, well, right on Fox News.
Well, I think, are you talking about the one where they ask like, who's the biggest weed smoker out of the three?
Yeah, that's it. And he's like,
we don't smoke weed.
We don't smoke weed.
We don't smoke weed. No, dude, that one's so funny. That was really funny.
Dude, that is iconic, man. That is iconic.
Yeah, we don't smoke weed. It also reminds me of that they did. Have you seen those Pitchfork interviews where it's like over under?
No.
So a celebrity has asked whether something is overrated or underrated.
Oh, okay.
So I would ask you,
pineapple on pizza, over or under?
Yeah,
I got it.
Thank you. Which one for you?
Under.
Under. Is he underrated? Okay.
You know that.
I know that. I just was, So Migos did one of those interviews, and they're asked about monogamy. That's the single partner.
Yeah.
Single partner marriage. Okay, yeah. So it's like, and it's one of those animations for the YouTube video where it like shows monogamy, like it's written out, and then it shows like a loving couple. You read that on the screen, and the screen drops, and it's the Migos sitting there, all just staring blankly at the camera.
And then what do they say?
Offset goes like this.
What's monogamy?
What's that? But it's so funny because it's like that became a meme after Offset got married to Cardi B.
Oh,
like what's that to monogamy? Like I don't know what that is.
The irony, yeah.
No clue what that is.
Although I guess he doesn't still know what it is. Am I right?
That's true. Yeah.
All right, dude, we calling it?
I mean, what?
I don't know. What time were we at?
I feel like I had something else to say. Oh, that's what I had to say.
All right, let's keep it going.
Lil Uzi Vert and Future dropped a collaboration tape.
Lil Uzi is also Uzi.
Yeah.
He's also planning to die next year.
Oh, at 27.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to leave the earth for Marilyn Manson at age 27. Yeah.
That's right.
And you know what? He
transcends.
I think the best.
Can you explain that? Because I honestly have no idea what's going on. I saw the headline and I was like, okay, and I just swiped past it because I didn't have the time to fathom.
He did an interview with Nardwuar where he said he was going to leave the earth at 27 for Marilyn Manson. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean.
What are you pulling up right now? The album?
I was gonna pull up. I was trying to figure out.
Did your iPhone update?
Yes, dude.
Do you like it?
iOS 14.
Okay. Pro tip.
Yes and no.
Parts
of it I like. Parts of it I don't like. There's cool things.
One widget, obviously the weather.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Weather widget is like. There's a no doubt. All right.
I haven't set up the weather widget yet.
Okay, that's like the first thing you should do Okay, because it just puts it right there,
Mm-hmm.
right on the front. 73 Riverside, California, blah, blah, blah. Second pro tip, all right? Actually, I'm going to stop calling these pro tips. Second amateur tip. If you use a calendar, and that's Google Calendar or Outlook for work, or I don't know, maybe you just like using your calendar, widgets for that are awesome.
Yeah.
It tells you what's upcoming for the following day. So usually I'll just check it at night, and it'll tell me what meetings I have the following day. This is for work, of course. And it's just like right on the front of my phone. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing.
Wow.
I know. The stock one is cool too if you're into stocks, but I'm more of an index fund guy, so
Yeah, you know what my biggest
Doesn't really
issue
matter to
is?
me.
Is like I like having like everything be like the same size.
God.
You know, I like seeing everything as like
You know what?
equal,
I
you know?
don't know why, but that just irks me.
I don't like
Like-
the idea that the weather app takes up more space than
I
everything else.
can't believe you're using that as a reason
But
to
that-
not try out new features.
That's why I'm
Like,
not.
that's your
why
explanation?
because it looks so clean when I have 2 app pages of apps, just clean apps, and I have no banners on them, and it's just, oh, it's clean, dude. It's 2 pages of apps, and nothing's in a category. Everything's on its own.
You're telling me this doesn't look clean to you?
It doesn't look clean. I don't like that. See,
I love it.
now, and you know what it is? It's starting to look like an Android. That's what's. It's starting to remind me of like. I bought into the Apple for a reason. I bought in for a look, okay, and
Yeah.
they're changing it on me, and
Well, don't you know this is Apple's business model?
to copy things and make it better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They've been doing it forever.
Okay. I mean, I'm not denying that. I just like the state I'm in right now. I don't need to change that state. I like all the apps being the same size. It's so equal. It's so organized.
Frank's the
looks
type of
good.
guy to not get the new iPhone because it's like an updated charger or something like that, you know?
Well, actually, you can give a more specific reason. In the reality of it, in the real world, Frank is the type of guy to not have a new iPhone because it doesn't have the home button.
That's a good example.
That is what.
I actually kind of feel that, though.
That,
That's not as preposterous as your first statement.
I want
But
the thumb reader. I want the thumb reader.
but then you get the face reader.
Yeah, the face reader. Okay, but no though. But no.
Well, I think it's pretty cool.
No,
And,
the
okay,
face reader is very cool.
What's
too.
really awesome
'Cause
about
can't you
it.
just look at it and it just opens?
Also, I know we're like super late to this. I don't know why I'm bringing it up now. I've had it for like 3 or 4 weeks now, but the iOS update.
Oh yeah.
Okay, what's also cool is if like you're on the internet and you're watching a video and you press home, that video doesn't like exit out. It like is a little. It's a video in the corner of your
That
screen.
I thought was cool.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, I was watching a South Park episode on my phone and I clicked the home button and it did that. I was like, oh,
Cause
that's cool.
I would hate that. You're watching something
Yeah.
and you like exit out to like send a message or something like that, and then you gotta reload the video almost. But this is just perfect. Okay, tell me that weather widget isn't good though. I mean, look at that. You don't have to open the app, Frank. It's right there.
Yeah, dude, I like it. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. But I'm not gonna do it, dude. I'm not gonna do it because I'm just gonna. If I want to check the weather, I'll just unlock my phone and I'll open weather. You know.
I'm trying to think of someone like who I know is like you.
Oh, it's hard to do.
Honestly, it's low key. Like you've got some characteristics of my dad right now. Like my dad will just he'll say something and then he will never change his mind, even though like he'll say something like crazy or not crazy, but something like dumb. Like one time he said, "Oh, like you should never wear the American flag if it's not a full American flag." Something like crazy, you know? And I'm like explaining it to him.
So like,
It's just like so weird, right?
God has a lot of details to it.
I know. It's like no. Like if you're gonna wear the American flag, like you need the full flag, basically, like the full rectangle
It
with like
needs to be
stars and
all
stripes.
represented.
The
It
whole
can't
entire
be like
thing.
some faded out thing.
Get this, dude. I'm shitting on my dad right now. I love you, but he's wearing a Sturgis shirt, right?
Yeah.
Which is a big biker event in South Dakota, which is where my mom's family is from. And on the emblem is like a quarter of an American flag, and I'm like, do you know how crazy you sound right now. How dumb and like just totally preposterous. And somehow he sticks to it. He's like, no. This is different. You know, you got to wear, this is respect. He just like starts going. And I'm like, this is insane. You know, some people just, they say something and they need to stick to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of being that way right now.
I don't know.
Maybe not to that extent.
I mean,
Maybe not to that extent.
I don't know about to that extent. Because it's just like, it's one of those things that's like.
I'm getting like a hint of it. You know how you like squeeze a lime in a beer?
You know what?
That's what I'm getting right now.
You know what? Here's what I want to do to remove that hint. Is I want to say this. I am noticing a trend in our American society.
Okay.
Of shortcutting. Like.
Okay.
Continually making things more and more convenient.
Yeah.
It's like.
It's great.
It's. I'm getting like an overload of convenience, you know, in a way. It's like,
I mean, that's society, bro.
Because here's
that's technology.
And I'll explain it with the widget thing.
Okay.
Sam tells me about the widget first. He tells me.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm sure.
And then I'm like, okay.
I'm sure he jerked off to it.
Exactly. He shows it to me, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
But immediately, what goes through my head is this. What that is saving me from doing is instead of just opening my phone and clicking the weather app and then seeing the weather, what that widget is preventing me from doing
is the tap.
Is tapping my finger on a screen.
Yes, correct.
So immediately it becomes a scale and a way off between which is harder to do. Every day tap on that screen, or right now figure out how to do the weather widget. And the weather widget, figuring out how to do the weather widget in the moment outweighs the difficulty of tapping the screen every day.
I feel that. And you know why?
Yeah.
Because there's also, it's just a different caliber for me, all right? There's also this thing called shortcuts in your iPhone, which you probably never heard of.
Yeah.
I put it in my useless folder because one time I was going through it and they first added it or whatever. And it's just like this list of things that you can do. And it's like, you know, set a calendar for this. And it's just like, I can't even explain it because I didn't look into it that much, right? But it allows you to create shortcuts in your phone. Like you could say, hey, Siri, do this or whatever. And it would do like a list of things, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't set it up. I didn't even give it a second glance because I was like, okay, I'm not going to spend my time trying to figure out all these different things and maybe use it like once or twice. I don't know. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's the same, and it's the same thing applies to not being someone who uses like Grubhub or Uber Eats or Postmates or things like that.
Yeah, I don't use that stuff.
To me, it's like...
Well, rarely I'll use it.
I throw up the scale. Downloading an app and paying extra charges for someone giving me the food, or
delivery plus service charge plus tip. It's a lot, dude.
Exactly, all that.
Yeah. And
then on the other side of the scale, look up the restaurant's phone number, call them, place my order, go pick it up.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I feel you.
It's, I mean, everybody, make their own. For some, the scale may be different.
See, Frank, now you're giving me actual logic. Whereas before you were saying you didn't like the images being a separate size from one another.
Yeah, but I gave you the logic for what's behind that.
And now I can see it.
Yeah. All right.
You're still a hint of lime, though.
It's all good, dude.
So instead of a bite of lime, it's just a little hint.
Who doesn't love Flamin' Hot Cheetos hint of lime? I mean, who
You're right.
wouldn't take Flamin' Hot Cheetos hint of lime over just Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Okay.
Sure, everybody.
Before we close, best beverage food product with a hint of lime. We're talking a lot of things that lime's put in, man. You can talk about Coronas, Modelos, carne asada, rice.
My mind immediately goes
chips.
Well, dude, you know
Tostitos, hint of lime. Oh my god, smack.
It's either Tostitos, hint of lime, or Flamin' Hot Cheetos,
margaritas.
Hint of lime. Margaritas. I might have to give it to Tostitos, hint of lime.
White Claw.
I think I gotta go to Tostitos hint of lime,
Dude, lime is versatile.
It is, but I think of those Tostitos hint of lime chips.
Those are so good,
So
man.
good, dude.
Those are literally, I mean.
Salsa, no salsa, it doesn't matter. You can take out the whole bag.
And the best part
Is it?
is the licking of the fingers after. I mean, come on. Like, you just get that.
Dude. That coating.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
that dusting.
It's like a better tahine, you know?
Yes.
But, like, I'm going to stop talking about it.
Yeah, we'll get too hungry.
By the way, I still have some at home. For me, I'm not going to say the chips, even though I just talked about them.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I'm going to put it in beer. I'm going to say Modelo or Corona with a hint of lime, just a little squeeze, and then maybe you put it on the rim of your drink.
Yeah.
If it's on tap.
I like doing the lime and pushing it in with the thumb and the Corona doing it.
That's if it's the bottle, right?
Yeah, the bottle doing the lime into the bottle.
That's a good strat.
That's good.
And especially you get those long neck bottles with the Corona, it just sits right there.
And lime is so crucial on tequila shots.
Dude, okay. You're right. I changed my mind. Tequila shots.
That's where the hint of lime is the most important.
Yeah.
It's necessary, important.
It's bridging a little over a hint, but I'm going to take it, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're taking a good bite of it.
Yeah.
It's true. A third.
And it's it's crazy how it relieves the
so amazing.
Man.
Frank and I have been doing a lot of tequila shots.
Yeah, we pound tequila shots before the show.
Yeah, right. All right, dude.
All right, episode 45. Thanks
45.
for listening.
Thank you guys for this roller coaster.